In a day where technology has taken over, my group members and I believe that no child should be left behind. We understand that some learn faster than some. However, we are on a mission to ensure that every child benefits from their right to have a free and appropriate education. We have decided to select 3 advocates who represent persons with special education needs. This was done in an effort to gain a better insight into their approach, motivation, and rationale. Now, let's get into these interviews.
My name is Keon Chung. I am the Assistant Chief Education Officer with responsibility for special education needs in Guyana. I oversee special needs operations over all 10 administrative regions and 11 educational districts. Thank you for having me.
We're glad to have you, Mr. Chung. So, first question, what motivated you to become an advocate?
I don't think one needs much motivation to become an advocate, but in my case, I started off as a mainstream teacher, and my very first class that I was placed in, I remember distinctly the teacher that I was taking over said that she already helped me because she divided the class, saying that this set you can work with and this set will nothing much will come of them. And I found it needing that I should work with those who basically she would have said that nothing much will come of them, because those are children now who will grow up to be one day adults and better scope and advantage that we can give to them to better for them. So in that light, I guess I became an advocate or a stronger advocate for supporting them like that.
So, what is your mission or goal on this journey of advocacy?
My mission or goal is to improve the quality of life. By that, quality of life of persons with special education needs and disabilities. By that I mean ensuring as far as possible that they have the necessary services, they have equal or as far as possible equal access to educational opportunities, and they have all that they need to make them become as effective and efficient as they possibly can in their community and societies.
What are some common challenges faced by individuals with special education needs, disabilities, when accessing basic services, and how can advocates address these issues?
The basic challenges, I think one heading basically we can encompass all the challenges that they face, and that would be that of stigma. In as much as Guyana and the world over has made strides in terms of moving from where people with disabilities were back then to where they are now, even in Guyana, the amount of work we have done over the last 5 years, more particularly the last 2 years, has been awesome. That being said, there's still stigma and discrimination. Stigma and discrimination for them to access education, and that comes from the school system. Some people in the school system, it comes from healthcare, because not everybody with a special education or disability can walk into the Georgia Public Hospital and receive access like a typical person would, because person is going to ask some questions and may not understand them. Not all persons with disabilities can apply for a job and be accepted for that job as they would. That is very important, because we all, from small, we see people getting up when they go to work and they're able to buy it, take them. That comes as a result of having a job and taking care of themselves. So just like typically developing peers or what we call normal people want to do that, the same thing for persons with special education needs and disabilities. So one of the stigma there is that of, one of the challenges there is that of stigma, not just stigma from outside. Being stigmatized from outside can cause them to also engage in self-stigmatization. I shouldn't apply for this because I am not worthy enough for this. I shouldn't apply for this because I look different. And so they take on that, and that also hinders them from reaching their full potential.
For consenting to be a part of this interview. This is part of an assignment we have to do in this program we're doing, special education. And Yeah, part of it we have to interview a parent advocate. So my first question to you is, what motivated you to become a parent advocate?
Well, I take interest in it because I want other persons who's ignorant of, special need education to have, excuse me, can I start over? I'm not processing well because
Sure, that's okay.
I went through a process lately, and the speech, I'm still working on it
It's quite
therapeutically.
okay. It's quite okay.
Yes, but as I was saying, I take interest in it so others can be aware of the challenges that parents like myself, among others, face on a daily basis when dealing with a special child. Because it's not easy, and it's good to be edified where this is concerned, so it wouldn't bring about abuse to the children or anything. So
So true. I think I should have asked you to tell us a little bit about your child and his special ability. So,
okay, well, my child, or special need, it comes from the hearing, because she has hearing impairment, or challenge, I should say, is hearing impairment. Hearing is not that she's hard of hearing, but it's just that she hears similar songs to the actual song. So it has something to do with the inner ear, right? So, but she's not normal, but she does everything for the exception of verbal conversing. She does it normal like everybody else, like a normal child. But it's just that she doesn't respond the way a normal child would if you should ask her a question.
Thank you very much, Auntie. So the second question would be, and we empathize with you, but the second question would be, what are some challenges that you would face regarding her and her education, or her
Well,
accessing
one
education?
one socially, you know, she wouldn't interact with children normally. And for me, the having a job, a regular job, that's my challenge I face with her. You understand? And she doesn't sleep the way she should, because these children with the special need, they would sleep. They have hours that they would sleep. Well, for my daughter, she sleeps like in the morning, so she would sleep throughout the morning and wake up in the midday. You understand? So it's kind of challenging for me to have a job, and it's challenging for her to have a social life.
Yeah, you understand, Luana?
yes. Um, so we know that, so how have you been with schooling? And aside from the schooling, how have you managed accessing health care? How was it? How were you able to, work along with them? Was it easy? Having to take her to clinic and explaining whatever, and how was the treatment towards you at the you have
Well,
attended?
as a parent of a special need child, you have to be very observant, because a normal child would come to you and say, "Mommy, here is hurting. Mommy, I am thirsty. Mommy, I'm hungry." She wouldn't do that. So given the fact that they're adaptive, you understand, and they're very routine.
Yeah.
As a parent, have to be observant, as in looking to see what they would do, when they would do it. And well, she does show the emotion of pains. You
Okay.
understand? So if somewhere is hurting for her, she would tell me,
living with disabilities now have greater access to learning facilities geared specifically for them through several educational interventions by the Ministry of Education.
One such intervention by the Ministry of Education is the use of the Regional Special Education Needs Disability Diagnostic and Treatment Center to specifically diagnose the learner's disabilities. This will allow the students to be provided with an appropriate education delivery tailored to their individual needs. This program comes as the Education Ministry continues to make provisions for special education needs (SEN) within the mainstream education system. In this provision, all teachers at mainstream and SEN schools are trained in the delivery of SEN content and approaches. National Special Education Needs Officer Safi Hopkinson told InfoHub that the ministry is making strides to ensure all learners have equal access to educational opportunities.
Students are now able to have their diagnosis so that they can be provided with the right treatment, with the right educational plans to support those needs.
Hopkinson added that private schools also benefit from partnership with the Ministry of Education in relation to SEN programs.
We do not limit our training to only teachers of schools, that fall under the Ministry of Education, but also we would have in our program, we will include schools, private schools as well. Later down the road, we will see having all these in place, that the right supports are put in place within the classrooms and that programs are developed to match those needs so that our students can become more successful.
These initiatives are aligned with the objectives of the Ministry of Education, which are eliminating illiteracy, modernizing education, and strengthening tolerance.
Hello, sir. My name is Naomi, and I will be sharing a little what our assignment is based on. This assignment is based on how Guyana working to include children with disabilities in schools and make education fair for everyone. It explains the challenges such as not enough trained teachers and limited resources. It also looks at how schools are changing, like, for example, adding special programs and cater to help children with different needs. It also shows what else needs to be done, like improving teacher trainings, funding, and school facilities.